Hey, this is Ish, and today I'll be showing you how to do flying pigeon pose. So first you want to start in a standing pose, and just to see if you can actually do it, you want to come into a figure 4 position with your left leg or right leg over the standing knee, and then flex your foot. Then from here, you want to bring your hips backwards as if you're sitting back in a chair, and go all the way down. So the test here is to see if your hands can touch the ground. So if they can't, then you want to hold off on this pose and just stay here for the time being. But if you can bring your hands down, you then want to bring your foot and hook it over the tricep. So it's like this, and then from the side view, it looks like this as well. And then from here, you want to hug your elbows in. So rather than having your elbows splayed outwards, you want to hug them in a straight line. This is pretty important here to keep the structure in the pose. So once you have your elbows hugged in, you're going to lean forward with your chest and keeping your head up. So if you keep your head down, you have a tendency to put all this pressure into your arms, and you will eventually just face plant onto the floor. So you want to keep your head up and then lead with your chest. So hug your elbows in, and then keep your chest straight and your head straight, and then lead forward with your chest. So look like this. And then once you comfortably come to a 90-degree angle with your arms, then you would extend the back leg. Flex the foot. So look like that. Now as far as warming up to this pose, you want to target the outer hips and thighs here, and also strengthen your shoulders and chest, shoulders, and triceps as well. So for as far as seated poses, you can come into a seated twist, where you put your top leg over the bottom leg and then grab a hold of the foot. And this will create that stretch in the outside part of your thigh, similar to when you actually come into the pose. And then you can also come into shoelace pose, and this is where you would bring your knees to stack together, and then your shins almost to parallel if you can, and then fold forward. And then as far as standing poses, just to warm up the hips, I like to typically come into tree pose before I come into flying pigeon. So this would be tree pose right here. And then eventually I will just transition over to the flying pigeon pose from tree. And in general, just to build that strength in your chest and triceps, you can always practice some chaturangas before coming into the pose as well. And sometimes you can also even just hold for slightly longer just to create that balance, and again hugging the elbows into your rib cage.